So let me start recording. So it is an interdependence of two variables, how one variable affects the other one. And I've been very clear that the correlation we shall be dealing with is the Karl-Pearsons and the Spearmans. And depending on the value of R that we get, if R is equal to 0, then there is no interdependence, no relationship. If R is greater than 1, then the dependence is positive. Greater than 0. If it is less than 0, that is on the negative side, we say it is what? It is negatively related. That maybe when you increase the price, basically the demand will go down. So basically that one can be an example of a negative correlation. Or when you reduce the price, you'll have an increase in what? Increase in sales, and it can be positive. So I have an example I wanted us to calculate, but before we do that, you must be able to remember the formula that I've given you in the notes. So I'll start with the Karl-Pearson. The Karl-Pearson correlation coefficient. We'll start with the Karl-Pearson. Karl-Pearson. So the Karl-Pearson, the correlation coefficient is given by this one, R is equals to summation of x minus x bar, y minus y bar. This one is under one bracket like that, all over summation of x minus x bar squared. The whole of this one is under square root. And then summation of y minus y bar squared. Again, under what? Under square root. So if you go through the notes, that is the formula that we shall be using to be able to get the correlation coefficient. So we need x bar, which is the mean, and then we have y bar, which is the mean. So let's do an example. So this formula, you have to remember it. And on the numerator, remember, first of all, you multiply x minus x bar, y minus y bar, and then now you add later. We'll add later after you have multiplied the two. You don't get the summation of x and then summation of y on the numerator. I'll be able to show you. So let's do an example. An example of one, calculate the Karl-Pearson's correlation coefficient. So this is the table that I have. I'll not take so many values. I'll take, let's say I have x and I have y. And I have like that. Like that. So on the values, you can have 9.5, 9.5, 4.6, 6.4, 5.3, and 1.2. So those are the values that you have been given, and you want to get a correlation between those two variables, x and y. So in the formula, remember, we needed a what? X bar. So first of all, I'll calculate x bar. So x bar is the mean of x. So x bar will be given by what? So I'll add 9 plus 4 plus 6 plus 5 plus 1, and then I divide by the number of variables. The number of variables are how many? 1, 2, 3, 4. There are only 5. If I add that and I divide by 5, I think I was getting 9 plus 4, that is 13. 13, 14, I think I was getting 25 over 5. Which I was getting it as 5. So that is the mean of, that is the x bar, getting it as 5. Now to get y again, I'll do the same thing. I'll add 5 plus 6 plus 4 plus 3 plus 2, and then I divide by the number of variables, which are 5. And after adding that, I was getting y bar was given by, if you add 5 plus 6, you're getting 11, 11 plus 4, 15, 15 plus 5, 20, 20 divided by 5. I was getting this one as 4. So I kindly mark that one, that x bar is 5 and y bar is 4. We don't need all this again. Just want to have my work. So you just add the numbers and you divide by the number of variables. The number of variables, they were only 5. Only 5. So we shall be able to need that one. I'm doing this because I need space down here. And I think we have been able to calculate. So I go back to my example. So we've gotten our value of x bar. Our x bar, we got it as 5. And our y bar, we got it as 4. You just add the numbers, you divide by that. So the next thing in the formula, there was something that like x, we need to subtract x minus x bar. And in the formula still, we had y minus y bar. You'll be able to do that one. Y minus y bar. And then in the example, after I do this one, I was supposed to multiply these two. So I multiply x minus x bar, and then y. We said we multiply first, minus y bar. After I do that, I need to come and find out on the denominator now. On the denominator, I had two things that I needed to do. First one, I hope the space will be enough, was x minus x bar, supposed to be squared, and then y minus y bar, again even this one was squared. So this is what you need if you need to do the Carl Pearson's. The formula is very, very important, very, very important. So I'll do that. So the x bar is the mean. So I just subtract. So like now the first one I have 9. I can do the first row. I'll have 9 minus our x bar is what? 5. This one I'm supposed to get 4. So you take the value of x and then you subtract the mean. So I'll take 4 minus 5. I was getting -1. I'll take 6 minus 5. I'll get 1. 5 minus 5, I'll get 0. And then 1 minus 5, I'll get -4. So those are the values of x minus x bar. Then I'll go to the y. The first value is 5. And then I subtract the 4. I'll get 1. So you take each value of y, you subtract the y bar. So 6 minus 4, you get 2. 4 minus 4, you get 0. 3 minus 4, you get -1. 2 minus 4, you get -2. Now, according to the formula, now I'm supposed to multiply these two. So I multiply 4 times 1. So 4 times 1, you get this one as 4. -1 times 2, you get -2. 1 times 0 is 0. 0 times -1 is 0. And then this one, you get an 8. Get an 8. So this one, I'll do the summation of this one. I'll need this one. You sum, you just add. So 8 plus -2 plus 4, I think I was getting this one as 10. When you add all that, you get that one as 10. Then I'll come to x minus x bar squared. So already we have gotten x minus x bar. So I need to square it. So 4, I'll square 4. I'll get 16. I'll square -1. -1 times -1, you get 1. Here you must get positive values. 1 times 1 is 1. 0 times 0 is 0. I'm squaring it. -4 times -4 is 16. So here you are supposed to get positive values. Then the other one, I'll go to the y minus y bar squared. 1 squared, that is 1. 2 squared, that is 4. 0 squared, that is 0. And then -1 times -1, that is 1. -2 times -2 is 4. Then I need the summation of this one. When you add all these things, I was getting, that is 34. 34. This other one, 1 plus 4 plus nini, you get summation. This one is 10. So you have everything that you need now. So I'll go back to the formula to get the value of R. So R was given by summation brackets x minus x bar y minus y bar brackets, because we multiplied first, and then the square root of summation of x minus x bar squared, and then summation of y minus y bar squared. So I've gotten all the values there. So the summation of x minus x bar, it is here. It is 10. I was getting 10. The other one is 34. So I'll get 10 all over square root of 34 all over square root of 10, because I was getting this one. And this one, when you do it correctly, if I do it with a calc, let me see what I'm getting. 10 divided by that, I'm getting 0.542. 0.542. Now, the interpretation is the one that is important. See, since we are getting our R is 0.542 is greater than 0, we have a what? We have a positive correlation. Correlation. We have a positive correlation because our value is greater than 0. We shall have a positive correlation. A positive correlation. Correlation coefficients. So the Spearman's now. Spearman's correlation coefficient. For the Spearman's, R is given by this 1 minus summation 6 summation of d squared all over n squared minus 1. It's given, so is 1 you subtract, you'll be able to see it from the notes. And then for the notes, D are the ranks. These are the ranks. How so D basically is rank X minus rank Y, or can also be rank Y minus rank X. It doesn't matter, because we shall come and square it. When you get a negative answer, we shall still be able to square it. So we shall be subtracting the rank X minus the rank Y. Where do you get the ranks? No, that's where I want to show you now. I'll do the same example. I'll do the same example to demonstrate. For the Spearman's is a bit easy for me. So that's the table that we have. So we have X, Y, Rx. So you need Ry. Then you need the D. Sorry. I give the formula. I forgot to give the formula. That one, we don't need this one. This one can be able to remove it. You can be able to use another pen. This one is D, which is equals, I'll just do the Rx minus Ry. And then finally I do the D squared. We shall need all that. So the same value that I had. I repeat with the same values. I had 9.546 6.4 5.3 and 1.2. Now the ranks. Now the ranks we start with the least value. We start with the least value, and maybe here class, let me pause. So the least value on the column for X is 1. So that one will take rank 1. The least value will take rank 1. So this one will be given by rank 1, like that. So I've given rank 1. The number 1 has taken rank 1. So which is the next least value? Which is the next least value on the column for X? The next least value. So from 1, what is the next least value? So I'm seeing, okay, higher, nice. So it is number 4. So 4 will take rank number 2. So 4 will take rank number 2. So we are going with the rank starting from 1 as we proceed. So the next least value on the X after 4 is 5. So it will take rank number 3. The next least value is 6. So it will take rank number 4. And then the next least value is 9, which is the last one. Will take rank number 5. We'll take rank number 5. Let's go to the Y now. What is the least value on the Y now? On the Y? What is the least value on the Y? Oh, sawa. It is 2. So 2 will take rank number 1. The next least value, 2 is here. So rank number 1. It is there. Sorry for that. Need to wrap this one. So the next least value, it shall be what? The next least value after 2, it shall be 3. So then we'll take rank number 2. The next one is 4. So 4 will take rank number 3. So you continue on with the ranks. And then 5 is the next one, will take rank number 4. And then the 6 will take rank number 5. So that's how you do. You start with the least value, rank 1, rank 2, rank 3, rank 4. I'll do another example to demonstrate something different. Now, our main task is to just subtract. Now, D, our D is given by Rx minus Ry. So you just subtract. So 5 minus 4, you get this one as 1. 2 minus 5, you get negative 3. 4 minus 3 is 1. 3 minus 2 is 1. 1 minus 1 is 0. So I said you can do Ry or Rx because now we shall come to squaring it. We shall square. So when you square 1, you get 1. When you square negative 3, you get what? 9. When you square 1, you get 1. When you square 1, you get 1. When you square 0, you get 0. So we need this summation here. So the summation of this one now. We need that summation here of D squared. According to the formula, I'll show you the formula in a short while. So 9 plus 1, 10. 10 plus 2. So you're getting the summation. You just add the column. Just add the values in the column. You just add. So you're getting as 12. So I'll go back now to the what? To the formula. We need n. In the formula, we need n. So what is n? N basically is the number of variables of one node, of one function, or of one either x or y. So I'll just ask a very simple question. On the side of x, let me go back to the table. On the side of x, let's deal with x. X has how many variables? Very easy. X has how many variables? X has how many variables? I'm asking a question. X has how many variables? Oh, so it has 5 variables. Y has how many variables? Y? The same number of variables. It still has 5. So the n will only be 5. You just take for 1. So the n will only be 5. You don't add the 2. You just take as 5. Yes, just for 1. Just for 1 is enough. Because every time they will be similar. So the rank n will be given by 5. The number of variables for x or the number of variables for y. So I'll go back now to the formula. So r will be given by 1 minus 6 summation of d squared. So the 1 all over n squared minus 1. So I'll input everything. So I'll have 1 minus 6 times 12 all over 5 all over 5 squared minus 1. Now, if I do this one, I'll get this one is 1 This one is number 1 minus 72. That is 25 minus 4 minus 1, 24 times 5. I'm getting 120. So 1 minus 72, comma 120. I'm getting the answer as 0.4. 0.4. Remember, is 1 minus the whole of that one. So this one is the same as 1 minus 0.6 is the same as 0.4. So you can be able to see the values that we got for the Carl Pearson are totally different. For Carl Pearson, we got 0.5 something, but we say the value, the value that you get is not the most important thing. They can be a bit different, but the interpretation of the value of R is the one that is very important. So how do we interpret this value now? Since R is equals to 0.4 is greater than 0, we have a positive correlation. We have a positive correlation. So the interpretation is the most important thing. So let me do a bit hard one for the Spearmans, and then you'll be able to tell me. You can just have the same example, almost the same. This is our x, y, r, x, r, y. Remember our d, which is given by rx minus ry, and then we have here d squared. We want, because here now the ranks are the most important. We have like that. I'm going to do this one. So we have 4, 6, 5, 2, 4, and 1. We have 8. We have 2. We have 4. We have 6. We have 8. We have 7. So I want you to get the ranks for that one. To be able to get the ranks for that one, it is a weird one. You'll be able to see it. It may not be easy as you think. If you have gone through the notes, it's a bit easier. I don't know if I put this one in the notes. So start with the x. You can be able to begin with the x. We begin with the x. We begin with the x. Now the x, the least value there is easy to see. The x, the least value. So the x, the least value there is 1. So 1 will take rank number 1, no problem. 1 will take rank number 1, no problem. Then the next value is 2, which will take rank number 2, no problem. Now, the next one is 4, but we have 2 4s. We have 2 4s. So which rank shall we take now? That is the question that is arising. So we are in which rank now? We are in rank number 3. So because there are 2 numbers that are sharing a rank, they'll have to share the next 2 ranks. So they'll have to share rank 3 and rank 4 because there are 2 numbers. We have two numbers that are repeated themselves. So they'll have to share the next ranks, and the next 2 ranks are 3 and 4. So what do we do on these two ranks, 3 and 4? We get the average of 3 and 4. So the average of 3 and 4 will be what? 3 points, 3.5. And this one will take 3 points, will take 3.5. So if three values were sharing the same rank, we could have taken the next 3, and then we get the what? The average. We get the average. But because there are only 2 numbers that are sharing a rank, they take the consecutive ranks 3 and 4. But now because we don't have a bias, we must get the average of 3 and 4, and the rank of 3 and 4. If you get the average of 3 plus 4, it will be 3.5. It will be 3.5. 3.5. Is it a bit clear, class? Let me pause. Rank 5, because you have already utilized the 4. So the next value 5, the next value, least value is 5, and 5 will not take rank 4 because you have already used rank 4 when you got the average, but we shall go now to the next one, which is 5, and then finally 6 will take rank 6. So it is very, very important. If you get the average of those two, if you utilize it, please don't go back to that one. Go to the next one. Can you try to do for the y? You can be able to type your answer basically on a what? You can be able to. I'll start with the least rank for y. The least rank for y is 2. So 2 will take rank 1. The next value is 4. So it will take rank 2. The next value is 6. The next value is 7, which will take rank 4. But now we have a repetition now. We have 8 and 8. So they'll take the two consecutive ranks, which are 5 and 6. And the average of 5 and 6 is what? 5.5. 5.5, the average. The average will be 5.5. Now the only thing remaining is for us to be able to come and subtract, and then we square. So let's subtract. So 3.5 minus 5.5, that's the same as negative. Don't worry about the negative, it will go away. That is negative 2. 6 minus 1, that is 5. That is 3. That is negative. I'm subtracting 3.5 minus 5.5 is negative 2. Then here you get negative what? You get here as negative 3 when you subtract. So I square negative 2 times negative 2, that is 4. 5 times 5, that is 25. 9, 1, 4, 9. Then I add all those. Let me add, I have a calc here. That is 4 plus 25 plus 9 plus 5 plus 9. I'm getting 52, if I'm not wrong. The summation here is equals to 52. If I'm not wrong, 4 plus 25 plus 9 plus 5 plus 9. So 52. So I'll go back to the formula. Formula was given, R was given by 1 minus 6, summation of D squared, all over N squared minus 1. So remember our N, the total number of variables we have here. Let's count for the X. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we have 6 variables. So our N is 6. Our N is 6. So we shall have 1 minus 6 times 52, all over 6, and then 6 squared minus 1. Let me do this one. So 6 times 52. Yeah, that one I'm getting as 312. So 312 minus 312, and then the other one is 35. 35 times 6. I'm getting this one as 210. So 312 divided by 210, and then 1 minus answer. This one I'm getting as negative 0.48, let's say 6. Now, the value of R is very important. Since R is equals to negative 0.486 is less than 0, we have a negative what? Relationship or correlation between X and Y. We have a negative what? We have a negative relationship between X and Y. So the interpretation is very important. Please don't forget to. And when you get a negative answer, it's still a good answer. It's still a good answer. Yes. So